Hey guys, it's Audra and welcome back to 365 Projects. I am here today with my April book haul. Now, I hope you enjoy it because this is probably going to be the last one you see for a little while, probably, or they're going to be a lot smaller. I am moving to the city, and with that, my budget is going to decrease as living expenses increase, as well as the libraries are just a whole lot bigger, better in terms of there are 21 libraries that are all connected, and they send material back and forth to each other to the location you want them to be at, and so I cannot wait to do some library book hauls in the near future. So these are the 9 books that I bought in the month of April, and I cannot wait to share with you. The first one is A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole. It is the first in the Reluctant Royals new series of romances, and this is about a girl who's going to grad school. Her name is Naledi. And she is getting emails that she thinks is spam that she is betrothed to an African prince. And comes to find out that's not the case. I've heard it's a super cute romance with a lot of diversity, and I am excited to get to this. This is on my Chick Litathon TBR, so I definitely want to get to this at some point this month. Another one I picked up was a copy of Chester and Gus by Cami McGovern. This is one of my favorite middle grades of last year, and it's now out in paperback. I am starting to build my collection of my favorite books. Normally I don't keep them, but now I just want to have them with me at all times. This is from the point of view of a therapy dog, and I absolutely adored it last summer, and it's one of the things that sparked me into getting Brady, my dog, and so this is definitely a permanent collection book for me, and I cannot recommend it enough for any reader, but especially a pet lover, somebody that has maybe an autistic child in their life. And it's just a fantastic book for kids, adults, and everybody in between. At the very end of the month, I picked up Time Was by Ian MacDonald. And this is a super short book. I don't even know, does it reach? Yeah, it reaches 140 pages, but it is super short. I don't know much about it. Obviously, I don't want to since it is so short. I know it has to do with World War II, and there's a male-male romance, and there's time traveling. The World War II part got me right away. If you've been around here, you know I'm going to pick that up. I think I might save this for a future readathon if I can hold out, because I don't do well with sci-fi, and with the time traveling, that could count for something. So I'm going to try to save this, but I make no guarantees because I just want to get into it now. This beautiful book, The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw, I picked up as well. The holographic on the outside and the inside. It's just a beautiful book, but I absolutely love the storyline. This is about the Swan sisters who in the 1800s were drowned because they were believed to be witches, and every summer they come back and kind of haunt the town that drowned them, but they take over the bodies of the girls there in that town, and those girls drown boys from that town. And so it's kind of the story of what's happening in current day mixed with back then. It's very atmospheric. I absolutely adored it. Definitely check out my April wrap-up if you want to hear more thoughts about that. I'll leave that down below. But I think I gave it a 5 stars. It's a great read, and I definitely felt the Hocus Pocus vibes, which is my life all of October. It was great to experience in April, and I can't wait to see what she comes out with next, because it's going to be good. These next 2 I got from Book of the Month, and I'm going to leave that link down below for you to check out. Basically, you get a adult hardcover book that's normally $30 for $15 a month. And then for an extra $10, you can get another one. If you sign up, you can get a free book your first time, and then you also get a free book from me. Everybody kind of pays it forward if you sign up under somebody else's name, so definitely check out that link below if you want to get involved with it. This one is another one that I read in April, so check out the wrap-up, as I just said with the last one. This story is about a girl named Ellie Mac who had disappeared 20 years prior, and her mom is just now moving forward with her life. She's found this man, and they're getting serious, and she finds out that he has a daughter that looks exactly like her daughter. And so things just kind of fall together. It is a domestic thriller, I guess. Now, although it was very, very predictable, I turned the pages very quickly. I finished it in a weekend, which normally I don't do very often. And so I think I gave it a 4-star read, but I would definitely recommend it if you want a new domestic thriller, because it was pretty good. And the other book I got from Book of the Month was Little Fires Everywhere by Celestine. I think I'm the only person that hasn't read this yet. I did like her first book, and so I'm excited to get to this. I know there's something to do with adoption, maybe foster care, and there's some family ties and cultural stuff going on. I don't know much else about it. I don't want to know any more about it. I just kind of want to dive in. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to this, but I am very excited to do so. This chunker of a book is called My Favorite Things is Monsters, and it's by Emil Ferris. It is huge. It is a graphic novel. I have started it, but I'm not too far into it. I know there's a character that's like a werewolf, and the neighbor has died, and they think it's a murder, but the police don't. I believe that neighbor was also in the Holocaust, and so it's going to go into that. But the pictures are just fantastic, and I'm excited to see. I think there's going to be more coming out with this. If I'm wrong, you can correct me, but I am just adoring this style, and I think it's going to be a good one. So hopefully I'll finish this soon and share with you in my May wrap-up. The last two books I have are both teacher books, so I'm going to breeze through those really quickly. That is Empower, What Happens When Students Own Their Learning. It's by Spencer and Giuliani. I've heard great things about this, and this is actually a book that the school I am now going to be teaching at next year has really dug in deep with their kids, so I'm excited to kind of get a more feeling of their culture. And the last one is one I knew I was going to buy before it even came out. It is called Being the Change, Lessons and Strategies to Teach Social Comprehension. This is basically just like how to talk to kids about identities and the questions they have going on in our society now. Coming from a very conservative culture, things are switching and changing, and as a teacher, we need to know how to have those conversations with kids when they arise. So I'm really excited to continue to broaden my horizons and see how this book can change the way I interact with certain children and their families. So those are the 9 books that I bought in April. Now, it's not a lot of books, but I am actually getting through a lot more than I normally do when I do hauls. Like, this one is a favorite, so I've already read this one. I also read these 2 already in April. I've begun this one and plan on finishing it soon. This one is on my TBR for May, so that's 5 books out of 9 that I've already read. I know Empower and Be the Change I'm going to read over the summer, so that's 7. The only 2 I need to figure out when exactly I'm finishing is The Little Fires Everywhere and Time Was. So for me, that's pretty good, and so I'm not too mad at myself for purchasing new books this month. But like I said, unfortunately, that number is going to dwindle down maybe after this month because it's May, and I bought some books for myself for my birthday because my birthday was like last week. So there's some books from there, but what's a girl to do? I mean, books. So anyways, let me know what you've purchased recently that you think I need to get my hands on from the library. But until next time, bye guys.